annual Super Bowl prediction video. This is the third year running, and last year, this method did predict the winning team, the Broncos. The year before that, we had a tie, 1 card each for the Seahawks and the Patriots. So, anything can happen, just like the real unpredictable game of American football. So, I chose this pack out of the several that were on the shelves because of this action shot. Okay, if you're new to this video format, what's going to happen is I'm going to be going through all of these cards, and each time I find a member of one of the teams who's going to be competing this year, I'll just log it in here on this piece of paper. And the teams are going to be the Patriots and the Falcons. And as before, I'm going to save the package to pack for the very end. Okay, Notre Dame. Okay, well, we'll have to see if we can find any NFL teams there in that pack of cards. Alright, so I'll just get started with half of these. And we just get to enjoy some time together viewing these awesome football cards. And there's a bit of a shadow, so I'm going to come sideways a bit. Alright, that's just a little bit better. Still a bit of a shade being thrown, but that's also common when we're discussing contact sports with rapid followings. Alright, so now we can begin. A very sturdy Colts player making his way to the end zone. And I'm not really going to evaluate the backs of these cards too much since we have so many to get through. But it's enjoyable enough just to see these action sequences. Okay, just a bit of a shadow there. Gonna do a twist once again. Okay, that's a little better. We don't want the corner of the cards being disrupted in any way. Alright, for the Browns, we have Brian Hoyer, the quarterback. And this is an awesome shot. With his finger pointing to the heavens. Alright, we have our first points on the board. Paul Warrelau from the Falcons. Okay. In his action stance, in his ready stance. Okay, just try to flip these around a bit. Well, it looks like you can just totally flip those around. Okay. The Pro Set. Is that a Falcon? Is that a Patriots player? I like this card format. What a shot. And no, he's a Giants player, but look at this blurred line as he's rushing. And the black and white background, very, very awesome. This is going to make its way into my collection. Okay, Jacob with the Seahawks. Another great looking card. Alright, an older offering here from top. So we've got Darian Connor, a Falcons player. Whoa. Okay, so the first quarter we have a lot of Falcons points already. Nice. For the Redskins, Andre Collins. Another Seahawks player. watch the 2 games leading up to the Super Bowl, just to evaluate the teams a bit. Of course, I do understand that this method is the only surefire way to know the winning team, but I was still just evaluating their skills a bit. Alright, very famous quarterback, Troy Aikman. Now we have, for the Vikings, Chris Carter. Awesome action shot with his alert eyes flashing here and there. Okay, so this is another Domino's card. Actually, 2 years ago when we only had 1 card representing each team, Seahawks versus Patriots, I chose the Seahawks just based on Domino's Pizza being in the corner of that card. Unfortunately, they didn't win, but I didn't really have a horse in the race, really. We'll soon enough be coming to a card representing the team that I am a fan of. I'm sure of it. Alright. Trent Cole for the Eagles. A tackling machine. A monster on the field. Look, this guy is actually expired. He has been hit so hard he is just laying unconscious on the field. Alright, here we have Dan Marino, the hot gun. Another famous player, and look at this background. Okay, who says that football cards can't be filled with entertainment value? This is just an excellent card. Very beautiful. Dan poses every threat a quarterback can possess. Okay. Now for the Bengals, this action-packed card. You can maybe tell that it's like got some raised ridges. Geographically, I grew up and now currently live closest to the Bengals Stadium, but my family wasn't really into football, so I never went to see them play or never really followed the sport until I was much older. Actually, when I would work in a pizzeria in my early 20s, we would always watch football, and that's when I got a feel for the game. And then I moved to Pittsburgh, and coincidentally, here's a Steelers card, and my favorite team is the Steelers, and it's disappointing they didn't make it into this Super Bowl to win a 7th Super Bowl ring. But it's okay, they already have more than any other NFL team. And so living in that city transformed me into a Steelers fan, and the city will do it to you. Trust me. Alright, Derek Thomas with the Chiefs. I'm sure this was his rookie card, it looks like, but I'm sure he went on to have a great career. Okay, Michael Vick. This is a 3rd Falcons card. And we really haven't gone through too many of them, folks. Alright, back to what I was saying about working in the pizzeria. We always watch the games, and that was the year that the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl, and one of the guys who worked there with me was a big Buccaneers fan. And I don't know if he was a bandwagon fan or anything, but at any rate, he was very excited when they went on to win the Super Bowl. And I remember watching the Falcons, and this was early in Vic's career, the first few years that he was playing, and his amazing athleticism astounded me because of his speed, and he could move faster than any other player on the field, and it's definitely a real shame about what happened, but judging him just as an athlete, he was amazing. Okay, moving on, we got an old card here, the Packers, Mark Murphy on the sidelines, a rare shot of a player without their helmet, keenly aware of what's going on in the game. And now a cornerback for the Browns. stylish card, and another player without his helmet on. And for Dixon, leading interceptor, it says. These cards are just all kinds of jumbled up, aren't they? Alright, this is another thrill. Just seeing this zany outfit on this athlete. Billy Ray Smith. I don't really want to generalize, but he's got the look of a Billy Ray, kind of like Billy Ray Cyrus or something. Alright, for the Vikings, Jarius Wright, wide receiver. Trucking it, making his way downfield. That's his rookie card, it says. Okay, we got a Broncos player on this old card. I also didn't really grow up collecting sports cards or anything. I first got into that stuff when Magic the Gathering came out when I was in middle school, and myself and all my friends went crazy for that. Nowadays, of course, I like sports cards and see the merit of a lot of these, especially the weird ones. Okay, like this one, for example. This would have counted, I guess, as a Bills player, but this is just a, let's see, what are they trying to do? Dissuade us from gang violence. Alright. He's telling you not to participate in any gun violence, and to talk out your problems and avoid gang-related deaths. So I think I'm going to be hanging on to this card. Very interesting anomaly. And speaking of anomalies in sports cards, I did have a professional football card when I was young. Well, I had a few of them. I didn't really actively collect them, though, but I had one. And someone was on the golf course, actually. That's a stylish card, by the way. And I've always forgotten, like, that guy's name, but it was, I may be mistaken about this, but I'm thinking it was an NFL card, and the guy was standing out on the links of a golf course. Marshall Faulk there with the Rams, an old Rams logo. If I was going to be just choosing an NFL team to be a fan of right now in life, just based on their, like, logos and, animals that represent them, I'd probably be going with the Rams, because these players do butt heads, kind of like Rams, you know, crash into each other. Alright, quarterback for the Phoenix Cardinals, and this is an old card, we can tell. Alright, but I'm not gonna go and start judging teams based on their outfits or their animals or anything, but sometimes that's a workable solution when you can't pick who to root for, I guess. Happens a lot anyway. Alright, another stylish card. Patrick Ramsey. Action sequence. Somebody got busy with their computer software. Alright, what do we have? Another shot here of Wayne Trebet catching the ball. This is an awesome looking card. First and 10. It's fun to see this because there was a television program called First and 10, and had some major comedians. I think it was out in the 80s, and at one point at a library DVD sale, I got the whole collection and watched all of it and enjoyed it. It was I can't remember what the humor was like or anything, but it was a cold winter when I didn't really have too much going on. Okay. Alright, moving on. It's, if you didn't know what team this guy was on, you'd be in trouble because it doesn't look like it mentions it anywhere. But I think we're going to assume Eagles and move forward. Alright, here we go. Awesome shot. Throwing the ball. It's a checklist. Okay. just sort of making sure everything stays focused. So there's probably a lot of focusing going on. Alright, with the Broncos, Brian Grease. A card printed in 2001. Oh, there's an imperfection there. I guess I never signed up for mint-condition cards, did I? And some viewers over the last few years have noted valuable cards among these collections. I think that everyone was sort of talking about moderate value, but who can really say? Okay, Lardarius Webb there for the Ravens. Also a team that I'm fond of their iconography, and I know that they're very skilled, and they have a strong disdain for the Steelers, and their matches are always powerful battles with a lot of strong emotion. Alright, so that's halftime. So far, we have the Falcons with 3, the Patriots with nothing. Okay, as I mentioned, when I was first learning the rules of football and watching a lot of it on TV, in between making pizzas, I did watch a lot of Falcons games, and so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and spill the beans and mention that I'm pulling for the Falcons because, you know, the Patriots won a Super Bowl just a few years ago, and I know that franchise has got a lot of really skilled coaches and players, and so I don't really know what the statisticians or the professionals are saying about it, whether the Falcons are like an underdog, but I'm just going to pull for them. And in the shots of, in the highlights, here's a nice card, by the way. Awesome. I would be proud to have this as my card. The coloration is right. Like, I like the muted peach and like the let me think, dark red. What am I thinking here? Maroon. Yes, the maroon and gold and everything. That's a nice looking card for sure. Oh, and check it out. It's a Falcons player. Alright, and I'm not only saying that I'm pulling for the Falcons because they're way ahead in this showing. I also watched their highlights, and the quarterback was thinking on his feet. It seemed like he was sort of slippery, making a lot of fast, good decisions on the field, versus the Patriots, whose quarterback was like razor precision and doing a really good job with very, very skilled quarterback behaviors. And okay, there's the Broncos player, Peyton Manning, very famous quarterback. So really, I don't have a lot to go on because I didn't follow either one of these teams through the season. But both of the quarterbacks seem to have qualities that are Super Bowl winning qualities, and both of them seem to have pretty good defense. Matt Flynn there in a snowy afternoon playing some football, quarterback. I wonder what he's up to right now. Born in '85, from Texas. Another quarterback, tons of quarterbacks, and then whatever format this is, whatever year Topps released these cards with these little silver designs, it seems like there have been a lot of those in this collection. Another Broncos player. Star power quarterbacks and wide receivers. Oh my. Alright, the MVP, here we go, number 82. Darryl Jackson, another receiver. Good looking card. Some of these are very 80s with the fade to pixelization, stuff us today, but I'm sure he's going to be watching the game on Super Bowl Sunday. Okay. What do we have here? Titans. Defensive end. 9 tackles on September 3rd, 2000. This might be our first Raiders player. Once again, this card's not even telling you that it's for the Raiders. Just gonna have to just figure it out. Topps wouldn't do that. Okay, so maybe a short-lived company. Alright, fast. Okay, Falcons, wow. 5-0. This is like a shutout. Maybe the real game is going to be like this. Nah, I think it's probably going to be a lot closer. Who knows? Who can say? Can't wait to find out. Nice shot. I like their, I think that they have already chosen their colors of their jerseys, and the Falcons chose red and black. I'm not sure really how they do that. I guess they have home and away jerseys they can kind of pick. But another Raiders player, yeah. Luckily we know our teams. Don't we? Yeah, but just like blood, the color of freshly spilled blood, and you know, like just piracy, just utter, you know, danger, warning, signal to the other team. What I'm trying to say is I like the red jerseys. Okay. Nice shot. Victory did a good job here, giving a comic book appeal. Awesome. Now for the Oilers. These guys are not going to be participating in any Super Bowls, but this is an awesome action shot. Snowy afternoon. Great. Another Vikings player. Ken Dilger. Tight end for the Colts. Right. What's up with these cards? Not even telling you the name of the team. Okay, looks like we've got another Oilers player. There's an old country song that goes, spent my last $20 on an Oilers football game. And then the song goes on to mention Reaganomics. Okay. Now for the Lions. Bruce McNorton. Official NFL card. That's kind of unique. Of course, it's going to be covered in stats and info. He went to college in Georgetown, Kentucky. And I'm currently very close to Georgetown, Kentucky. For the Eagles, Calvin Williams. Been to Georgetown a few times. Okay, safety for the Giants. Dave Dwerson. Really thinking about what's going on the field. I don't like this card format though, the colors and everything. But anyway, for the Steelers, alright. This is a card I'm going to keep. The official Super Bowl Superman. Yes. Yes, yes. Awesome. We're just going to pause here for a minute. Just because of my interest in the Steelers. A crucial interception in Super Bowl 10. Alright. Gonna hang on to that one. Here we go. The Pro Bowl card. The Broncos. Old label. Looks like the horse is like exhaling forcefully. Awesome. And now the Browns. placing their bets because this is a very, very, very strong win for the Falcons. Okay, the Bills. Look at that crowd screaming, surging. Another Broncos player just hopping, sort of a carefree sprint there. Chiefs can't stop him. No Sean Marino, running back, doing his thing. Okay. Patriots were just slicing through the Steelers' defense on those highlights a few days ago. I know one play doesn't really make, doesn't really mean anything, but still disappointing to see. The Steelers couldn't stop them. Okay, for the Dolphins. Wait a minute. Or is it the Giants? This would be a real puzzle if one of these was one of the teams competing. We don't have to worry too much about it though. Okay, red. I don't think that's a Falcons player though. Just no indicator. No, the Chiefs. Okay. Right. 95. Okay, Jesse Small for the Eagles. Old card. See that old style padding. Got another Steelers player. Todd Blackledge. Went to Penn State. Hometown, Pittsburgh. Wow. Oh, well, he moved there from Ohio. Anyway. Tough-looking competitor. The keen eyesight and the fast reflexes of a professional athlete. World-class athlete. Percy is just taking down the quarterback or somebody there. Awesome. Doing his thing. A big showing for the Broncos. This game at this time. If they were competing, any other team would have a tough time catching up to the number of players represented here today. Right. Here we have, I suppose this is another Chiefs player. Okay. Kind of similar to the last jersey. I'm not seeing any indicators that he's a Falcon, so we're going to move on to John Bostic. Oh, I already got this card. Wow. Just remember it from one of the other showings. Alright, in the final card, we have an Eagles player. Smith, LJ, tight end. Awesome shot. I like the red in the background. Very cool. Okay, so now we've got some player cards for the university. And my suspicion is that the game has been decided. Because none of these are going to be, none of these are going to be NFL teams or NFL players, but still, they are football cards, and we can appreciate these old shots. Think about these personalities, such as Dick Bumpus, smiling. Alright, it's all been decided, everybody. Falcons are going to wipe the floor with the Patriots. I'm gonna just ruffle some feathers with that statement, I know. But this is a very scientific method, and really nothing else can be said. Okay, Ross Browner. And 2 more cards. Phil Bostrak. episode of Bob's Burgers. It'll be relaxing right now after watching this video if you're a Patriots fan. But we're just going to see what happens on game day. So, thanks for watching. And it seems very, very clear that if you're planning on wagering based on this ASMR video, then place your bets on the Atlanta Falcons on Super Bowl Sunday.